Moments ago, Olympic medalist, top contender in the 168-pound division, Andre Dirrell, came down to the ring with his brother Anthony. The Dirrell name has been making headlines in this sport for a while, but now for winning a fight outside the ring with Anthony. Cancer survivor Anthony Dirrell looks to move forward, take his unbeaten mark in the right direction against Alfredo Contreras. Alfredo Contreras is from Mexico, 24 years old, 7-5-2 with a knockout, 6'1", 166.5. He took this fight on short notice. And he's opposite a very talented young man, Anthony Dirrell from Flint, Michigan. Also 24 years old, 6'2", 166.5. Stop and start careers, 17-0, 14 knockouts. He was pushed as a young man by his grandfather, Leon Lawson. Leon was a tough disciplinarian. He introduced the Dirrell brothers to boxing. Anthony, in fact, has a tattoo of Leon's face on his back. Anthony's the younger brother of the 2004 Olympic bronze medalist, Andre Dirrell. Anthony was 12-0 as an emerging pro when he was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma in December of 2006. And after battling through chemo and radiation, he returned in fall of 2008 and has won 5 straight.
My mind, just think about will I live, will I die, you know what I'm saying? I thought at one point, cancer, everybody think cancer, think of death, and, but my family, God beside me, I pulled through, and it was easy for me. I was still working out while I was going through it when I can, and, I just pulled through it.
He was given clearance to resume his life and his life in the ring last September.
Yes. I'm not going to start the fight.
Teddy has the Just for Men hair color stay in the fight analysis.
Well, for Dirrell first, your opponent's coming in on short notice. See if he has done his sit-ups. Go test his body. And for Contreras, well, you know that Dirrell is faster. So keep range and time him as he comes. Timing can beat speed.
Robert Bird's the ref. They're scheduled for 8.
Do this.
Contreras took this fight on about 9 days' notice. He's lost 5 of his last 7. Actually, he's only won 2 in his last 8 with a draw in there. And one of those wins, he was lucky to get. It was a split decision. Dirrell has been in soft, I think it's fair to say, so far in his career, and I think it's time that he starts stepping up. I don't think that's the case tonight, but I do think that when you have 193 amateur fights as Dirrell has had, you can step up and fight better fighters. Like the late, great Customato once said to me, if you don't know how to fight after 193 fights, you better start doing something else.
Southpaw was able to land a straight left to the body to open up this fight.
Contreras has the old-fashioned short trunks on, the old school. You don't see those too often.
Nope.
And you also see his legs are too wide apart.
Yeah, that's a very wide base he's working off of there with that back leg spread.
Yeah, that means he's not mobile. He will not be able to change positions. He will not be able to adjust to the mobility, the speed of Dirrell. Dirrell starts coming at angles, Contreras will be in trouble. He will not be able to change those feet and adjust to the new places, the new angles that Dirrell may present to him. And again, Dirrell very fast. He makes mistakes. A lot of fast guys do that. They jump in from too far away, intoxicated with his speed. But for the most part, he gets away with it. It's up to Contreras to do what we talked about in the fight plan. Keep distance. He's not fast enough to really deal with Dirrell. Keep distance like he's doing right now and try to time Dirrell as he comes in. Punch with him. Just watch Dirrell, Joe. He's very fast. But when he comes forward, he'll leave himself, sometimes he'll leave a little bit of a hole. Starts going from too far away because he is fast.
There's a little touch of blood around the left eye of Anthony Dirrell.
Dirrell, as you said, is southpaw, but he will switch, and he has switched. He's orthodox right now. He's comfortable fighting lefty or right.
And there's a right hand that connects against Contreras.
You know, Dirrell tonight came for a knockout. You could see it in his attitude. You could see the way he's going about his business. He's throwing bombs. He's not just showing those quick hands. He's not throwing combinations. He's looking for a one-punch knockout.
Now stop. Stop. Break. Box.
At least right now he is. Maybe when he gets back to his corner, maybe his trainer and grandfather gets on him a little bit, Leon Lawson, and tells him, hey, stop looking for one shot. You see Dirrell switches back to southpaw again.
The continued comeback of Anthony Dirrell.
Let him go.
End of round one.
Take a look at the action from the last round. Look at those legs, how wide they are. And again, Contreras cannot make any adaptations. He can only go back. He can't really turn. It's up to Dirrell to start coming, I think, on angles a little bit, take advantage of those wide legs of Contreras.
Joe and Teddy with you here in Prim, Nevada for Friday Night Fights. Anthony Dirrell, his nickname, The Dog. And still to come in our main event will be El Perro. That is Alfredo Angulo, who fights like a mad dog. He's coming off his first loss of his career. He'll be taking on Gabriel Rosado, who's pulled off upsets before. And Angulo, no other way to say it, he is just one of the most exciting action fighters coming up in the sport today.
Dirrell has been on the floor before, probably because, as we touched on in the first round, he gets a little carried away with his God-given speed, that great talent that he has. He jumps in from too far away, and somebody probably nailed him on the way in. There's two ways to nail Dirrell. One is as he comes at you, he leaves a space. The other is when he goes back, he goes straight back with his hands down. You go back with him, the right time, the right distance, you can put one on his chin.
Does Contreras have the look of somebody who's capable of accomplishing that?
Well, right now, he looks like he's just maybe a little too tentative. He's got to find out and commit himself to what it is that his game plan is going to be tonight, to give himself a chance, an honest chance of doing more than surviving, of winning. The commitment has to be either catching Dirrell as he comes forward, or, again, as we touched on, Joe, getting into a position where you force Dirrell out and you try to go with him, catch him on the way out. In other words, catch him coming or catch him going. There's his brother, Andre, who won a bronze medal in the 2004 Olympics over in Athens, which I had the pleasure of calling those fights and watching him.
Well, and you can see Andre just calling out and barking out orders from the corner. And I've noticed Anthony a few times throughout the fight. We're only here with a minute left in the second round. He will look over often.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You understand?
Warning from Robert Bird.
You know, you look at Contreras, his weight has fluctuated from 176 to 143 pounds. 33 pounds. What's that mean? Means that Contreras is taking fights not always in shape. A little showboating. And it also means to me that Contreras probably should be fighting at a lower weight. If he can make 143 pounds and those kind of weights, he probably could fight down a little bit. But right now, he's in there with the 166.5-pound Dirrell and trying to find spots.
End of two, as Anthony Dirrell will go back to the corner. We'll find his grandfather, Leon Lawson, and sitting close by.
Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a good job.
His brother, Andre, who you've seen barking out commands. We asked him about the dynamic relationship between the two.
Quit up on him, keep confused.
It's real difficult because, you know, he was an Olympic bronze medalist. Now he's in the Super 6. And, you know, it's just, you know, they look at me as his little brother. And I'm here to show him that it's no more little brother. I'm just as big as him.
He's out to prove it. His brother Andre, 18-0. He's going to take part in that much anticipated super middleweight tournament. He'll be taking on WBC champion Carl Froch. And there is Andre. Big things await him this fall.
Beautiful, man.
You see him calling right up there, saying, "Ant, beautiful." And Anthony immediately turns around. He also tells him, hey, you don't have to show off. We saw what happened at the end of the second round where there was some showboating after Anthony was able to clip Alfredo Contreras, and Contreras tried to give him a little something back.
Most of the fight for Contreras have been in Mexico. He has never won when he's fought outside of his home country. Also, Contreras, if you're trying to evaluate at home, which I know our fans are always trying to do, making their little friendly wagers, trying to evaluate what Contreras' chances are to win. He fought a draw with a 5-7-2 fighter. So again,